Hi, this is Tim at Volgistics with your tip of the week for August 7, 2023. Now, if you've created a report in PDF format, you may find instances where some columns of information extend beyond the width of your page, causing them to appear on subsequent pages like this. If this is the case, you can sometimes make all of your columns appear on one page by changing the report's settings. So here are a couple ideas on some things you can adjust. To get back to this report, we're going to go into the reports page. And in this case, I was using this stock report. So what I'll do is clone this one to create a custom report that we can edit. Now here on the Options tab, if your report is organized by site, place, and assignment, you can consider organizing it differently. When you use this selection, the report will have a separate column for each piece of information, like you see here. So you have a separate column for site, place, and assignment. If you could consolidate that to, say, just sites or just places and leave out the assignment names, you're going to save yourself a couple columns there and hopefully get this down to one page wide. Also, if the report is listing volunteers and you don't really need those names, you can choose No here, and again, that will remove some of those extra columns. In some report formats, like a service summary report, we'll include an option for a totals column that shows up all the way on the right side of the report. So if you can remove that, again, you can save some space. Over on the Fields tab, you choose the different columns that'll show up on the report. So only choose the information here that you actually need. So for example, by default, this report is including a from date and a to date. These are always the same because in this case, volunteers don't serve overnight. So I can remove one of the date fields here to save that column. This is also including both hours and merit hours. Merit hours are adjusted based on rules that you set up. If you don't need that information in the report, we can remove it here. There's also some information here that might have multiple ways to display the same details. For example, the last name, first name option here will show the same information as checking those two fields individually, but we'll keep them together in one column. Similarly, you'll have options here for complete address, which will include all of the address fields, and all phone numbers, which includes all of the phone numbers. So you can use those to keep that information in one column rather than several columns. Over on the Page Design tab, you can choose to switch the page orientation from portrait to landscape, which usually does help. You can also choose the Fit to Page option. This is available for most report formats, but not all. And you can adjust the margin width here to make those narrower, which will give you more printable area. And if that doesn't work, you can always come down here and adjust the font sizes for the body font. Currently, this is at 10 points, which is probably as small as you really want it, but you can adjust it down if it's important to get it down to one page. So with a couple of those changes, we can go right over to the Save tab. I will save and run this new version of the report. It'll show up here in the mailbox so we can open it and take a look at those changes. So now we can see that this report, with just a couple tweaks, is keeping everything together on a single page wide. So it's much easier for me to read as I scroll down. So I hope this is helpful for you as you manage these reports. If you have any questions about how this works, if you have any trouble getting your own reports to one page, or there's anything else you want to know about Volgistics, please feel free to reach out to the support team. Just click support here on the menu and send an inquiry, and we'll get back to you quickly. Thanks for watching and have a great week.